Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we might as well do a little look-see into what could be my potential starting squad for EAFC 24. Now, of course, when someone thinks of starter squads, you mostly want to think about the kind of squad that obviously won't cost you too much. It's not super meta. It's not like Mbappe levels or just like icons or heroes such as. So these are going to be cards that you can pretty much get for cheap, and they're going to be very effective at the start of FIFA. So for my start of the FIFA journey, we will start with Muriel, which Muriel, he's always going to be that starting level kind of like player, because he always has the good pace and he always has decent dribbling, and the shooting can definitely be improved as well. So you can just go with the Hunter, for instance, and yeah, you can see his 88 finishing and 84 shot power is greatly improved. So he's going to be very good in that kind of like spot. So that's a good one to start off with. Next up, we got ourselves some players. Of course, EasySBC is using the foot scoreboard leaks for the players, and they're gonna base them based on meta rating. So of course, the higher the number right here, it indicates just how good it is for meta. However, since we're looking at just like the cheap ones, cheap options, we're gonna be settling for gold cards. So for this one, we're actually gonna skip to the Bundesliga, and we're gonna look at plenty of options, which I think if I were to choose, I'll probably choose someone along the lines of, obviously Adeyemi seems like the obvious, but I think he'll be super expensive. So if you want to balance that out, you can go with Malen, who's a good option right there for Dortmund as well. He's at 82. He could still be a little bit expensive, but he's a good starter kind of like deal. And then for the right mid, you could go for Adeyemi, or you can go for maybe maybe a Becker or Bibu. If anything, you could probably go Becker as the striker and then move Malen at right mid, because he can actually play that position as well. So that definitely works. And then at left mid, you could put in Adeyemi can play left mid apparently, so I don't know how that works. If he can play left mid, then that's pretty cool. But if not, no. In any case, I guess if Malen and Adeyemi are going to play on that right side, the best option you could do is that instead of Becker, who has good pace, you could also just put in Timo Werner, and he's going to fill in that role precisely good. So that's already good. Cam, Adeyemi will already have full cam. Malen will just need one more Bundesliga player to kind of complete him, and so does Werner. So it's a good start. For center mid, we might stick around with the Bundesliga, and we'll actually include not Musiala, too expensive, not Savitzer. So we're just gonna go with Limer. Limer is a good option right there. At DM, we're actually gonna move away from the Bundesliga, go back out to Serie A, and put in Zambo and Gisa. Then at the left back, we're going to put in Marusic. And then at right back, we're going to put in Cuadrado. Cuadrado and Marusic will fill that role nicely. Even though Cuadrado has dropped since his last FIFA, he'll still be pretty good, at least as just as a temporary kind of like fullback. For center back, we'll actually go back to Bundesliga. Let's see here. Let's go to Bundesliga here real quick. And let's look here to see what we got here. We'll definitely put in Schlotterbeck, because even though with that little pace, and that defending is still pretty good. And then Klosterman as well. So Klosterman will definitely fill that role completely well. And then to complete the Serie A links, we will include Let's go back to Serie A. Put him here. And we'll go with Merit at that spot. So, yep. And with that, Marusic is literally the only one with no chem, with just one chem left. But everybody else is pretty much on full chem. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be my target starting squad, if it's possible. Of course, there are many other options that you can take. As a matter of fact, let me create one more squad. So we got this squad. This is what will be my priority squad, Bundesliga, combination Bundesliga Serie A. Now let's kind of look into what are the options for a Premier League starting squad. I know there are some people that probably already made those lists, but I'm kind of curious myself. So let's look at striker. Ansu Fati is now with Brighton, which could definitely make him a good option for a striker. But his dribbling might be a little bit less than desired. I mean, 89 agility, 83 balance, not too bad. 82 composure with the marksman at full chem. Definitely improves that. He wouldn't be too bad, but his finishing just leaves a lot to desire. But let's take a look here at striker. I know we got Gabriel Jesus. We got Danjuma, who plays for Everton now. He could be a good option, actually. Danjuma is actually not bad. Danjuma with 86 pace. With the Hunter, he'll have 92, 96 with those shooting stats. The dribbling, yeah, a little bit low on agility, on balance and composure, but his reactions, ball control, and dribbling are not too bad. Yeah, I think this would be a good player to put in there. The next striker you could possibly put, definitely Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez is definitely a good shout. Leon Bailey, he could be good too. Kai Havertz, nope. Martial, probably. Huang Hee-chan, no. Wilson, nah. So you pretty much want to put, yeah, I guess Darwin Núñez is going to be the next best one. He's going to be lengthy for sure with that 85 physical. I mean, yeah, with 70 agility, you pretty much, yeah, you're going to make him like a marksman or, yeah, like a marksman, or maybe if you want to give him a little bit more pace with the little, if you want to give him a little bit more pace, just give him an anchor. But if you want to make him a better shooter, which I think you should do, you just give him the marksman. He'll have those good shooting stats and the decent dribbling. It will make him lengthy, so he'll be good. At left mid, we will move to Sinisterra. Sinisterra would actually be really good as a winger, so he's definitely that good option right there on the left side. Then at the right side, we'll have either not Mahrez. I forgot. It's no, because Mahrez is not even with City anymore, so I don't even think that's supposed to be there. Adama Traore is still super good, even though he's dropped off from the face of the earth. His pace is still relatively super good. So yeah, with the little hunter action, or maybe like a catalyst to improve the passing if you're going to use him in that passing role. Or heck, you could just you can use him as a lengthy too. You can actually make him lengthy too, with marksman, or maybe yeah, like an architect or something like that. An architect will make him, will have him at 99 strength, with 86 short passing, and he'll be lengthy, so that's gonna be pretty good. So yeah, he could still be pretty strong in that position. At center mid, Tonali is the obvious choice, of course, with Yaya and all that stuff. But as far as cheap options go, you could settle for maybe at the very most Matheus Nunes is definitely the one there. 83 pace with 70s and like surrounded by 70s, but with the good old shadow maybe. Yeah, just needs a little bit more improvement in those areas. The dribbling is okay, but just needs more work everywhere else, pretty much. What We'll just have to figure that out, but I think it'd still be pretty good. And then the other center mid, we could go for, let's see, who could be good here. Plenty of good options here, but I think, let's see here. It's pretty tough. You could go for Tyler Adams, but I think the stats are a bit too low for that. I'd say Onana, no. Bentancur, no, not with that beard. Joelinton might be the best option here. Joelinton, probably the best option here. I mean, yeah, 88 physicality, Jesus. He's going to be insane in game, actually. He's lengthy. He's strong. 86 sprint speed. Yeah, just pretty good defending overall. Just super good stats. 91, 91, all that good. So that's pretty much that. At left back, Vardiol can play there, but they dropped his pace by a lot. So you're better off looking at maybe a Nuno Tavares. Godfrey will probably play better at the center back, but that's just me. I'd say, yeah, just stick with Nuno Tavares. You got plenty of that pace. You can improve the defending a little bit with the shadow. Just not too much, obviously, but it'll just help to have a little pacey player in there. At the right back, let's see here. Who could work? It would be Nelson Semedo in other years, but not anymore. They dropped him off so much. But you could go for maybe just like, you could go for someone along the lines of like maybe Wan-Bissaka could work. Yeah, I'd say either Wan-Bissaka or Pedro Porro or Montiel. Montiel might actually be a good one. With the shadow, yeah, he has really good defensive stats, 90 stats, sliding tackles and stuff like that. So yeah, for the sake of it being that way, let's just stick with Montiel for now. Then a goalkeeper, we can just put whoever. We could put Lloris, who dropped down actually, or we can go with Pickford, which is still like a tall player and stuff like that, still useful. So I'll just stick with Lloris for now. And then at center back, the interesting part about the center back position is that we have plenty of good options. Of course, Saliba and Varane are going to be like the meta options, but Vardiol is definitely a good option right there. Even though they dropped his pace, he's still going to have that bit of speed anyways. And then we got Van de Ven, who Van de Ven has got himself an 85 pace. Of course, he'll have 93 if you give him a shadow, but his defending is actually not that bad. And he's, I believe he's pretty tall. He's 1.93 meters, which I don't know what that translates in feet, but that's still, he's still going to be a pretty good defender. So he'll be pretty good. But yeah, this is going to be like my starting squad if I were to create a Premier League team. And of course, I did the one for Serie A and Bundesliga hybrid. So with that being said, guys, those are my starting squads. If you ever want to like take a look at those and see if I can make any corrections or any suggestions, do let me know in the comment section below. But with that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.